What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome back to another Superhero Saturday here on your Totally Cool channel. I'm Big Joe, taking you to another adventure back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man 3's ZB Toys, Mark 26. Yep, Mark 26. We are, I think, halfway through the House Party Protocol with a few other tidbits that fell out of that movie and into more of the Endgame, the Avengers Infinity War. But this is part of the Infinity Saga and part of the House Party Protocol, as we like to talk about. We now have confirmation that Igor, the blue big armor as a predecessor, the predecessor of the Hulkbuster, is already in the country and waiting for delivery, together with another armor. We're just collecting all of them and making sure we save on shipping. But we also have the Hulkbuster already inside this house in our collection, which we will be featuring sometime soon. But in the meantime, we're going to feature Mark 26. We just did Mark 25, so Mark 26 is going to come after. Although after this, we're probably going back to a few others that were released later, but should have been part of the early series release. So let's stop talking about what's going to come, what's not going to come, and what's not going to happen, but let's talk about what is in front of us. And this is the Mark 26 Iron Man armor. Very similar in terms of look, in terms of basic look, to the Mark 25. So this may not be that long of a review. In the meantime, let's look at the box. You've got the armor in front, Mark 26 somewhere here, partially hidden. Now, distinctly, this is green, not the Hulk, but this is green. Iron Man 3 on the right side. And then on the left side, you have him in an action pose, probably similar to the Iron Man Mark 25. And on the back is Mark 26. Okay, so this is a 1/10 scale Iron Man collection. This is not the same height or size as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why we are keeping this in our collection, because it's not the same as the 6-inch figures. But before we get into that, where did I put that? I found it already. Let's open him up. Keep losing it. All right, there we go. Just rip it open. Yep, plastic is not as thick as the earlier releases, probably because they knew that we were gonna throw it away anyway. Yep, as per usual, box opens here on the left flap and just opens like this. Okay, let's take him out. I prefer to do it this way because, you know, it keeps him safe, prevents him from flopping on his face. And we've got the 2 clamshell action going with the similar, very similar in fact, to the Mark 25. We've got the 2 blast effects for his boots, the stand, and nothing else. No alternate hands, no other blast effects, because again, the hands could not be accessed because of these 2 huge pile drivers on its arm. All right, Mark 26, and what do you see? All green, baby, all green. That's what we were trying to avoid in the first place, so let's take him out. He wants to come out, let's take him out. There we go, Mark 26. What is the Mark 26? Okay, so the Mark 26 is similar in look, in construction, in build as the Mark 25, although this has a more distinctly green color scheme. In fact, what's different from the Mark 25 is that was mostly black and silver and with little touches of yellow. This one's there's a lot of green, hence the nickname Gamma, for gamma radiation. Not to be mistaken for a Hulkbuster or anything Hulk related. This is more of just what it's supposed to look like. And the purpose of this armor is something that we will mention in the comment section, or in the description, but in the way it looks, it doesn't look like it's any different from the Mark 25. Okay, very distinct silver plated chest. You've got the arc reactor that's minimally exposed, and the hands are the same. I don't know if this has got anything to do with how it handles items with gamma radiation. That's why it does not have alternate hands, because it does not have very visible hands. Although the hands can be seen from here, it's just not used as hands. They're probably just used as receptacles or attachments for the arm fixture. These look like pneumatic pile drivers, for lack of any knowledge in heavy equipment, but it is very, very green, very, very green. In fact, there's more green than I think than there is silver, or there's a lot more green here than the yellow on the Mark 25, especially on the leg area or the hip area. You've got that accent here, right? And then you also have that in the front, in the crotch area, in the ab area. You even see touches of green on the chest and even on the helmet. Okay? So, not really anything special. Oh, yeah, okay. Don't want to forget to mention that he also has the same articulation, additional articulation point as the Mark 25, sort of the flap, the flight surface on the back. But it's actually, should I say this? Should I say this? Let's show the Mark 25. So we might as well just take out the Mark 25 to show you what I'm talking about. And don't you think they're the exact same figure except for the color scheme? Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Let me just do a fair side by side. There we go. To the left face. No, is that right? That's left face, right? Right face. Turn around. Same. ZD Toys, you got me on this one. When Mark 25 is known as the Striker, this is known as Gamma. Only difference, the arm does not have the black accent, just all green. And then you see a lot more green. And I mean, right? There's more green than the yellow on this one. And then you've got more black on the groin, more black on the boot. And there's definitely more green on the face here. This one's got no yellow at all. Okay? They both look like they're going to a beauty pageant because they look like they're wearing high heels. Yep. Yep. The next Miss Universe is Iron Man Mark 25. That really did not look good. That was a bad joke. All right. The abs are the same. It's the same. It's just a different color scheme. So, do we still need to do a toy review for Mark 26? I think we should. As part of what we normally do on this channel. Let's just get into it. Yeah, you've had your 15 minutes of fame. Okay, let's give this guy a chance. What chance, right? Okay, so Mark 26, known as Gamma, is almost all green, except for the black accent. It's like a war machine went to the jungle, right? Okay, first impression, yeah. It's like, okay, I think I got duped, because I'm gonna pay the same amount for the same figure, just with a little color. So it wasn't that high on my list, but you can't have all of them if you're missing Mark 26. Same articulation review, same playability, and same shelf appeal. But actually, I think shelf appeal suffers on this one because they're so close to each other. They're right after each other. So you know it's a repaint. It's not like it's some, if they could have placed this somewhere Mark 38 or Mark 42, Mark 46, fine. Yeah. But it's so close together. They're right after each other, so you know it was just a repaint. And going back to the Tony Stark mindset, why would you need two of the same armors for practically different roles? Because this more for gamma radiation, but why do you need these arms for gamma radiation? So the shelf appeal suffers because they're right after each other. So this is going to be like a shelf filler, just because if you're a completist, you gotta have this. If you don't, you're missing something. Not because you're missing out, but because you're missing a piece to a collection. So he's gonna get purchased, not for him, or maybe this guy, either one. Either one of them are gonna get purchased just because they fill a spot. Okay? Final toy review. My price point is almost the same. Well, it's the same. So it's not really a big pinch on the budget, but it's still like, come on, man. That's the same figure. So if you're on a budget, that's gonna sting a bit. But if it's excess, you might actually give it an excuse. 1,250 pesos if I'm not mistaken. Right? Still a lot of excuses for 1,250. But a final toy review. Is he not cool? Is he cool? Or is he totally cool? Let me know what you think. Since we've been doing this rating system, nobody has ever put what they thought. Maybe you could be the first one. So let me know what you think in the comments box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think he's not cool. He's not cool. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. It's not you. It's Marvel. Why do they make two of the same figures, one after the other? I don't want to prolong the agony because I hate rating toys that are... I hate giving the not cool rating to toys because I think all of them are cool, but just have to be objective. That's what you came to this channel for. So this is not cool, but if you need the house party protocol, even though he's not cool, you're going to need it. Otherwise, your collection is going to be like missing a tooth. So that ends this episode. Hope you like it. Hit on like if you like our content. Hit subscribe and hit that bell button. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Follow Facebook. Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And always remember, this is Big Joe reminding you, dear Toy Fam, toys are not just cool. Even the not so cool ones, toys are not just cool. They're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.